My name is Jenae Baines. I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I'm passionate about music. I've been singing since I was 4. I'm writing songs since I was 7. My main goal is to be a songwriter, whether it's for myself or other artists. Life before my injury, I was very active. I took long walks. I did things like hiking and going to the beach. My car accident was May 24th, 2012. So this year will actually be 10 years that since my accident. I had just turned 22 in March and I just turned 32. I was actually working as a nurse aide and I was in school to be a nurse. We actually had a break for the holiday, Memorial Weekend, and that's when I tried to go to Charlotte with my son's dad, and we was involved in the accident that weekend. My honest first thoughts when I came to was I going to get another car? Actually, my dad told me, he said, "You're paralyzed," and I said, "Am I going to get another car? Like I need to be able to get around." And he's like, "That's all you care about?" I didn't see much of a difference of who I was just because of my accident. Since a kid, I've always done music, and that's what I was pretty much known for. So being on life support, I wasn't able to talk or sing for a while, and then not being physically active anymore. I just felt like I'm not going to be able to be a singer. I'm not going to be able to follow my dreams. But throughout my journey, I just see it's just pushing me even further to do it. I feel like I was more afraid before, and now I'm kind of fearless. I remember when I was first allowed to, leave the hospital just to visit my family to kind of get used to being, back out in the world. I was terrified to even ride in the car. I would literally look behind me the whole entire time because I was just so nervous about being hit again. My level of injury is T4, T5. When I first started, I was able to move anything except for my toes on my left foot. And then I started getting a return in my left foot and I was able to move my foot. And now I'm able to lift my left leg. I'm able to bend it. I'm able to kick it out. I am able to use a walker and I am able to use crutches. My church home kind of motivated me to use these crutches. I was given crutches donated to me by somebody who just wanted to motivate me to walk. But when I first started using the crutches, I was nervous, but I only would use them to go to church on Sundays. I gradually got myself used to using them. And then it went from one day to maybe 2 or 3 days out of the week. And then I tried for a couple months, but then I was told I have arthritis in my knee and all of that. So I think I kind of jumped the gun there. So now I'm trying to dial it back and, use them how I need to so that I can, if I am going to walk, I want stuff to be proper and I don't want to be tearing up stuff trying to heal. I've been to churches that wasn't even my church home, and somebody will say, "Let me pray over your legs. Can I pray over your legs?" And then they'll say, "I prayed over your legs," and then they'll say, "Why you didn't get up?" And then I'll be like, "Because I still can't walk." And they're like, "Because you don't believe." And I'm like, "I do believe, but I don't think it works like that." I'm sorry. Sometimes you get a good laugh out of it. If it was just that simple, I don't think none of us would be where we are, but it's not that simple. When I first got in my accident, I was living upstairs in an upstairs apartment. It was my first apartment, actually. So I was happy to be getting my own independence, but within the first 2 years of me having my apartment, they told me that I was going to be put in a downstairs apartment. For your safety, we're going to need you to be on the first floor. And I did get an extra room, which I was appreciative of that. And they pretty much accommodated for me. They knocked the stairs down so that I'll be able to have like a ramp to get up into the house or the apartment. I know when I first got home, I did have really bad anxiety about going places because I didn't want to be seen as an easy target. I would always take somebody with me that I trusted. And then after a while, when I started getting comfortable, I started going places by myself and got a car, but it took a while. It was probably up to 2 years before I was able to really just go somewhere by myself. When I was in the hospital, A lot of the nurses that came in were discussing and doing things that I was learning in school. So I still felt like I was kind of on the same track. So when I got out, I wanted to go back to school, and I contacted my teacher at the time, and I said, I know that I missed, 3 months, so I might need to go to a new course, but when can I come back? When it's a new course? And she just said, I think you need to heal. I think you need to take some time for you. And it kind of discouraged me because I know I needed that motivation. Even if I couldn't go into a hospital at the time and be a nurse, I still wanted to gain the knowledge. But looking back on it, I feel like I should have just tried harder because I just left it at asking the teacher, but I should have just went to the school and talk to whoever I needed to get it done. But that's my mindset now. It's like nothing's going to get in my way now. If I put my mind to something, I'm going to do it. We need to normalize wheelchair users because people don't need to just assume what a person can and can't do. Give us a try. Let us show you. When I felt a dramatic change in my life because of my, paralysis, it was because of like losing friends and seeing certain people shy away, and I didn't know if it was because they didn't know how to help me or they didn't want to see me in pain. It just caused a lot of confusion in my mind. As far as my family, I feel like they've always allowed me to be independent from the beginning. When I moved to Georgia in 2019, I just wanted to kind of live and see how things would be for me in a new place. And I went there and I started school. I got 2 jobs and I was getting a lot of help and support from the community and from my school. I feel like that's probably something I'm the most proud of because I went there not knowing anybody. But just by them seeing my determination, I gained friends and I gained support. I am interested in learning more about business and accounting, and that's something that I'm considering going to school for. Well, in a way, I had in my mind that I wanted to create my own little family. So I ended up having another child. And my son, who's 7 now, his energy and how he just encourages me, he'll say things like, Mom, you can do anything you want to do. You just put your mind to it. And I don't know where he gets from, but he says it at the right time. So I just feel like having him throughout my injury and having my oldest son and getting back to music is the thing that I think I value the most in my life. The first advice that I will always want to give to anybody in a wheelchair, it may be weird, it's what I think every person in a wheelchair should know how to do. And that's fall out of your chair, not necessarily fall, but get on the floor and then learn how to get up and get into your chair. Have somebody around that you trust to allow you to keep trying until you see the best way for you to get in your chair. For newly injured patients, I just want y'all to know it's not the end of the world. You may have to find new ways to do the things that you enjoy, but it is possible. You can still make friends who will still see value in you and appreciate you for just who you are. I'm not going to say I don't desire to walk. I just always was, if I walk, I walk. If I don't, I don't. But I want to change able-bodied perspectives of people in wheelchairs. I don't want them to see a person in a wheelchair and just automatically assume we are devastated and feel like our life is over and that we can't have a quality of life. I want to show them that we can and that walking is not the first thing we think of. I'm more just determined to be a role model and an inspiration to people who think and believe they can't do something. Whether they're in a wheelchair or they have another disability, I just want them to know it doesn't matter what it is that you have going on. Whatever it is you want to do in this world, do it, because you never know who you are meant to inspire or motivate to get them to do what it is they want to do in this world.